And by St. James winning their game the other night, that allowed the Donettes to be able to host this game here, and we are tickled to death about that. And I know some people probably don't like home sites, but I tell you what, to me the neutral sites were getting to where there was a lot of things going wrong with a couple years ago with the deal with Cooter and all that, with the scoring, the official scores and all that. But, you know, and it was just the luck of the draw. The Donettes got to host this year. Next year, if they win the district, they'll have to go on the road. And but Bo and I are tickled to death, along with, I don't know how many other fans sitting in this gym right now from Doniphan, and no telling how many of you out there listening who probably can't be here or couldn't get in. And we hope to bring you a winner, because next week on Friday at 6 o'clock, the winner of this game will play in the state Final Four semifinal at 6 o'clock at Mizzou Arena, and that is next Friday night. The loser of this game, season's over. And when you get to this point, actually the same thing way the other night in the sectional. And once you get there, you lose, you go home. We, in the Donettes game the other night against Park Hills Central, they held Park Hills to 27 points. And they only had one quarter they scored in double figures. That was the third quarter. They scored 10 points. They scored 4 in the first, 8 in the second, 10 in the third, and 5 in the fourth. And that was similar to the Fredericktown game in the district, where the Donettes did not allow a 10-point quarter in that game, and actually in the second quarter did not give up a point. In the game the other night, we had Carson Haygood with 13. Ellie White had 10. I think that may be off. I think I read where Carson had 12 and Ellie had 11. What'd you have down for?
See if I can
still got it there?
I had Ellie with 11 and
Carson with 12.
Carson with 12.
Okay. And then also almost in double figures, as the Donettes really spread the scoring around, even though they didn't get a lot of points in that game. Sarah Owen and Kenzie Killian had 8 apiece, and Kenzie come in there in the second quarter, well, maybe in the first quarter, come in there and scored about 4 or 6, real quick points, and that kind of got the Donettes.
And that was good, because Donettes missed some easy shots early.
They can't do that tonight. They've got to make those shots right underneath the basket. And as I was talking to Coach Epps, a lot of those shots were uncontested. Now, some of them weren't, but there were several of them that were just wide open shots that they missed under the basket. And as they're warming up out here, St. James, for the first 9 minutes they were out here warming up, all they done was shot three-pointers. They didn't do anything else. And it looks like that's what they're doing right now with the drill they're running here. They run it around, got some defensive players, but it looks like to me that there goes another three-pointer up. And they were really nailing them out there without anybody guarding them. But as you all know who listen to us all the time, the Donettes, they get in your shorts with you, and they're going to guard you, and they're going to have to work to get those open three-pointers. And if they don't have any inside game, I think that will play into the Donettes' hands, especially on their offense, because the Donettes can just stay with them out there all over the floor and make it hard on them getting those three-point shots off. But we will see. I have not seen them play, but Bo said that Jimbo told him they had 4 or 5 players that had like 70 or more three-pointers.
They shoot a lot of threes. They shoot it very well, and they play really, really hard. So it's going to be one of those fun up and down games.
Mike Owens out on the floor asking people to scrunch together to
try to make
get
some
more
room.
of the St. James fans in.
Yeah, there's more than a few standing over there in the corner, so they're trying to make some room.
Now, Bo and I can't scoot together. We're going to have to stay right where we're at.
No, I'm going to stay right here. So.
And the Donettes the other night from the free throw line, this is unofficial. I had them 10 out of 17. They need to do a little bit better than that with 2. The Donettes have a couple of girls that really shoot free throws well, but then sometimes when they're missing them, it's girls who don't shoot the ball very well. And if you get the right people at the free throw line at the right time, that's what you need to do. But we will see. They actually got outscored by 1 point the other night against Park Hill Central, but the defense is what won the game for the Donettes the other night because they weren't scoring the ball. I mean, they could have won by 25 if they would have made all those easy shots. And we're hoping that those go in tonight.
Well, I think the first 3 or 4 minutes, I look back, we were 4 for 15 or something like that.
Yeah, most of them were right underneath the basket.
And they were all within 3 feet. Yeah. So.
Well, there is definitely a large crowd here.
Yes.
They were only allowed to sell so many tickets, and the gym, I think, is supposed to hold 900, I believe.
900.
And I'm not sure if that's counting the bleachers on the stage. They've got bleachers on the stage, and they're basically full right now, too.
Yeah.
3 sets of bleachers on the stage. And we have I'm not sure. The 3 officials are standing on the other side. Is that Mark Keeney in the middle? Is his name Mark from up around Van Buren? That looks like him. I'm not sure. But the other 2 I don't know.
Yeah.
But when you get these state tournament games like this, they have them come from all over. They must get paid pretty well to come and do these state tournament games because they've been only driving this car to play one game.
There's probably some mileage involved on that.
Oh, I would think so. We'll let you know who our sponsors are for Doniphan basketball. And, of course, this is for the Dons and the Donettes all season long. And these folks are very, well, they're not just instrumental. If they're not doing this, we're not doing this. So Countryside Chevrolet, Hometown Pharmacy, Davis True Value, Farm Bureau Insurance, Mathis Timber, Cosmo Pest Solutions, Southern Bank, Michael Pig with Shelter Insurance, Lemonade House Grill, Casey's on the Current, Nick's Lawn Care, Here's Your Sign, and Smothers Chiropractic. And Bo, I looked at the bracket. The winner of this game will play the winner of MICDS, and I forgot who the other one was. Do you remember? And I'm not even sure what MICDS stands for.
Yeah, don't get me guessing. I'll look real quick.
Matter of fact, when you get to it, just go ahead and name all the teams that are playing in the Elite 8. I know Benton was down at the bottom.
Yeah, so the Elite 8, Doniphan St. James today at 2, MICDS in Mexico at 1, and Owensville and Logan Rogersville are at 5 o'clock, and Boonville and Benton are at 2 o'clock. So
okay, you'll
get, after this 2 o'clock game, you'll have all but one pretty much set up there.
One of them was at 1 o'clock.
There's 2, one at 1, 2 of them at 2 o'clock, and then one at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
So.
All right, well, that's what these 2 teams are playing for is to get to the Final Four. And even though the Donettes have had a rich tradition here and always, every year, put a really good basketball team out on the floor, it's been a few years since they've been there. Matter of fact, I think, was it 2006 or 2007? Bo, was the last time they were there?
2006.
2006.
Yep.
And that was, your sister was a part of that team, right?
Yep.
And I see a lot of those girls on that team sitting right here in front of us right here.
And I was the water boy.
Oh, was you?
Yeah,
well.
I remember. Yep, I remember it.
They ain't nothing like going to Columbia and doing a game.
Absolutely.
I've been there several times to watch, but I've been there twice. In 97, East Carter's boys played Pembroke Hill for the state championship. Of course, that was when they had the Rush brothers, and they ended up having to forfeit the state tournament back to us because they were living in Kansas playing in Missouri.
Oh,
and
well, that would do it.
Yeah, well, they had a thing about 7 years after it happened. It took a few years for them to do it. They had a thing up at East Carter High School. All the boys came back, and they presented them with the state championship trophy, and they're all like, oh well, we didn't really win it, But they played Hartville. Matter of fact, in the semifinals, Hartville was 31-0, we were 29-2, and we beat Hartville. in the semifinals.
Oh.
And that was basically should have been the state championship game.
Yeah.
Because Lynn was the other school up there, and Pembroke Hill just absolutely beat them by like 60 or 70 points. So, but it was in the semifinals when we had to play Hartwell. And then, of course, in 2003, East Carter won the state championship. I got to call the state championship game on KPWB radio over in Piedmont that year. So I've been there a couple of times, and I want to tell you something. If you're calling a game, it ain't like here. We don't even have to keep score. They got a monitor up there that tells you everybody's points, rebounds, assists, how many fouls everybody's got, offensive rebound. I mean, it's nice. Wow. And that was in 2003. They don't tell what they got now. You don't have to keep score if you don't want to. So
don't have to read my handwriting no more? That'd be awful.
Well, sometimes that's kind of hard to do on my part, I tell you. Well, we're getting closer, folks. Proud of everybody joining us today. And I do want to mention, too, I think Matt put this on Facebook the other night, but we had over 1,600 views of our play-by-play the other night when the Donettes played Park Hill. So both teams are headed to the bench. The Lady Tigers will be wearing red uniforms with white numbers and black trim. The Donettes, of course, will be in their home whites. And the Donettes in the first half will go from left to right, and St. James will go from right to left. And we're going to have our national anthem, I do believe. Yep, everybody's lining up for that, so we will be right back as soon as the national anthem is over.
Before we do the national anthem, I'd like to have a point of personal privilege. Last night, both of these towns, St. James and Doniphan, were hit by a very devastating storm. And I know there's stories on both teams. And so could we take silence and think about, just contemplate on that? Please. And now, please remove your hats, gentlemen. Let's have the national anthem.
Well, Bo, she done it again. She nailed it.
Man, never gets old, I'm telling you.
That was our, I think, a middle school student, and I'm not sure what her first name is, but it's Shane Talbot.
Brady Talbot.
Brady. Yep. She done an excellent job. The starters for St. James, number 1, a senior, Paige Kimnitzer. Number 5, Lydia Kimnitzer. Allie Hartley, number 11. Those are all 3 seniors. Kennedy Smith, number 22, is a senior. And Cheyenne McDowell, number 30, all seniors. So they have 5 starting seniors, so they've got a lot of experience. Now for Coach Adam Epps, assistant coach Jimbo Blackwell, Tessa Johnson, 26-2 on the season. By the way, St. James 22-6. It'll be number 00, Ellie White. Sophomore, Kenna Kirby, a sophomore, number 1. Carson Haygood, a sophomore, number 2. Maddie Reedus, number 5, a senior. And number 23, Sarah Owen, a senior, rounds out the starting 5 for your Doniphan Donettes. Folks, we are just seconds away from getting this game underway and somebody punching a ticket to Columbia next weekend. And if I can remember, folks, these two girls, their last name is Kim Nitzer. I'm going to try to call them by their first name, Paige and Lydia. If I can remember to do that, so you will know who I'm talking about. One of them's a sophomore and one of them's a senior. Actually, they have one sophomore. Paige is a sophomore. The rest are seniors. And it's going to be Allie Hartley jumping against Sarah Owen. And Sarah gets the tip back to Maddie Reedus. Man-to-man defense. Looks like a straight man-to-man. Like the other night, we had somebody guarding Carson all over the floor, but they were partially playing his own. Back door to Ellie White. Lays it here. Oh, we missed those the other night. Good start, and Carson Haygood deflects the ball out of bounds. Donette set up the press. Carson got a hand on it and knocked it out of bounds. Hartley will throw it in. Gets it into Paige. Paige drives, and Kenna Kirby comes up from behind her, knocks it out, helping off her man. Goes out of bounds. It'll be the Lady Tigers' ball, and Lydia will throw it in. Back out front. Lydia gets it now in the paint. They kick it out for a long three-pointer. It's up and it's good. And that's number 22, Kennedy Smith. And Donettes throw it away. Well, against no pressure.
Yeah.
Kenna Kirby just let Smith have just a little bit too much room on that three. Much. She was there, but St. James with a 3-2 lead. We're just underway. We played about 40 seconds. St. James with the basketball. Smith drives, and we're going to have an offensive foul. It's going to be an illegal screen on number 11, Allie Hartley. Ball goes back over to the Donettes. Three to 2 in favor of St. James. Maddie Reedus will dribble it up. Passes it to Sarah Owen. Out front to Ellie White. Number 22, Kennedy Smith, guarding Carson Haygood. Carson's got the ball out front. Goes into the paint, hands it back to Maddie Reedus behind her. Maddie's going to drive into the paint. Spins, gets her man in the air, up off the glass, missed it. Ball tipped out to Kirby. Donettes retain possession. Free throw line to Sarah Owen. Sarah puts it on the floor. Out to Ellie White, now front to Maddie Reedus. Maddie open at the elbow, doesn't take the shot, goes to Kirby on the right wing. She gets it right back. Now it looks like they're playing a zone now, and Maddie's looking at Coach Ep, and the ball's stolen away by Lydia Kimnetzer. And the other night, I don't know how many times Coach Ep was hollering and they were looking back at him, and they took advantage of it right there. Yeah. They're going to have to pay attention. Ellie White down low to Haygood. Haygood goes in, puts it up, no good. Good double team defense there. Ball is going to be knocked out of bounds by the Donettes. So the Donettes scored the first bucket, but then they've not done so well since then. 5 in a row for St. James. Inbounds pass comes into Paige. Paige gets it across the half line. Dribbles over to the right side. Hands it off to Lydia. Long three-pointer. Good.
They're going to have to get on it.
Well, there was 3 foot between them. They didn't see them shooting in warm-up down here. Donettes trail 8-2. Ellie White going to take it into the paint. Hands it to Maddie Reedus. Over on the right side, Kirby. Kirby drives into the paint, puts it up, and no good. Close to a three-point play there, but they're going to call a foul. That is on Paige Kimnitzer. And it'll be Kenna Kirby going to the free throw line. First free throw rattles out. And we talked about that in the pregame. Got to hit them free throws. Next one on the way, and it rims out. Pass up the floor to Page. Page drives, kicks it out. Smith fakes the three. Drives into the paint, throws up a wild shot. Oh my goodness. Oh, she almost made that too.
Yeah, she did.
They called a foul on Ellie White. As I said, oh my goodness, because I thought it was going to go in.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see. We just missed 2 free throws. We'll see what they do. The way they shoot the basketball, they're probably good free throw shooters. And she missed that one. Hit the front of the rim a little short. Kenzie Killian coming in for Kenna Kirby. 8-2 in favor of St. James. 5:21 to go in the first quarter. Next one is good. Yeah, it does. Yeah, they're kind of playing a matchup zone, but they're guarding Carson all over the floor. Kenzie Killian on the right wing. Gives it back to Maddie Rita. Maddie drives out to Ellie White. I think Ellie's going to have to shoot that.
Yeah,
some of them. Drives into the paint, left-handed shot. A little too hard, won't go, but she got fouled. That's 2 of them that they've almost made and got fouled on, but they both fell off the rim. That foul is on Cheyenne McDowell. Ellie makes the first free throw. Makes the score 9-3. Ellie's got all 3 points so far for the Donettes. Next one on the way, and it's good. Gonna have to get on them when they get across half court. Hartley with it, out front. Smith with a long, long three. It's good again. Coach F has to call a timeout. I mean, she shot that from the edge of the arrow on the Doniphan emblem out there in the middle of the floor. So, I mean, you wouldn't think they'd shoot that way the whole game, but you can't get down very, very much either.
No, you don't want to get down. They can shoot it. They're going to make some adjustments here. And right side, it's early, so
yeah,
they got plenty of time. Just need to make a couple adjustments here.
12-4 is our score with 4:38 to go in the first quarter. St. James has come out hot. A couple of our sponsors, Countryside Chevrolet and Hometown Pharmacy for Doniphan basketball on Current River Broadcasting. Donettes will have the ball. They trail by 8 early in this game. I believe we've got all the same players on the floor. Maddie met at midcourt. Carson Haygood guarded closely by Smith. Drives, kicks it out in the corner. Ellie White. She drives. Going to kick it out to Killian. Ellie White in the corner. And she was open for a minute. A little hesitant there. Maddie Reedus in the lane. Puts it up. No good. Ball tipped out. Ellie White. Back to Haygood. She quickly picked up by Smith. Smith doing a good job on Carson so far. Killian, corner. Ellie White, 3. No good. Long rebound. Comes down to Lydia. He takes it into the paint, kicks it out in the corner. Ball knocked away and stolen by Kenzie Killian. Kenzie lobs it ahead to Carson Haygood. Haygood bumped and fouled. That was going to be on Paige Kimnitzer, and that's 2 on her. And that is 14 fouls. And we have number 3, Avery Campbell, a junior, checking in for Paige Kimnitzer. Owen passes it in. Gets it at the free throw line. She's going to shoot the free throw. No good. And she goes over the back.
Got to know better than that. Can't do that.
That is the second team foul on the Donettes. First one on Sarah Owen. She's got to shoot that shot, though.
Yeah, you got to.
And she did. I mean, didn't miss it bad. It just. Lydia Brings the ball up the floor. Drives into the paint. Kicks it out to Campbell. Campbell double teamed at midcourt. And she's going to be tied up, I think. Oh! Third team foul on the Donettes. That one is on Carson Haygood, her first. Donettes trying to double team the ball there, and they almost got the tie-up, which still would have been St. James's ball. Backdoor pass, wide open, layup up is good. That was Smith, wasn't it?
Yes.
And she is off to a hot start. She has 9 points already. That was just a fake out and a backdoor pass. Lob to Owen at the head of the key. Takes it down. Bends to the baseline. Kicks it out to Haygood. Haygood drives to the baseline. Goes up and under with a shot and gets it to go. 14-6. Donettes set up in the 2-2-1. We'll see how good they handle it. They throw it all the way over the top. Cross-court pass to Campbell. Campbell in the lane. Ball knocked away, and it's off foul of Kinsey Killian this time. So both teams have 4 team fouls now. So this last 2:36, if we have any more fouls, both teams will be shooting free throws. And that foul happened out there, and they're taking it out underneath the basket. I do not understand that. It was way over there out past the head of the key. They throw it in way out front to Lydia. Lydia goes the other way from the screen. Pass out front. Hartley drives into the paint and then throws it away, trying to get it out of the wing to Campbell. Donettes trying to cut into a 14-6 lead with 2:23 to go in the first quarter. Carson Haygood will bring it up. Gives it to Maddie Reedus. Reedus drives back to Haygood. Haygood going to drive into the paint, drops it off to Killian, out to Ellie White. Back to Haygood in the baseline. She drives baseline, going to put up the shot. No foul call there. And it goes out of bounds, and they say it is Donette's ball. I think the St. James player had a hand on it, but she must have been on the out of bounds line because she threw it off to Kinsey Killian. Ellie White, left-handed shot, no good. Well, they're making it hard on the Donettes.
They are.
Pass up the floor, and the Donettes catch a break there. That one was behind McDowell. It went out of bounds. Ain't too many teams that run on the Donettes, but they act like they're going to if they get a chance. .145 to go, first quarter. Haygood's got it at the head of the key. Down in the paint to Sarah Owen. Underneath, wide open is Killian, puts it up, no good. Ball goes out of bounds again off of St. James. Well, they're not making those shots. Their first one's the only one they've made right into the basket. And Kennedy Smith, number 22, checks out. And I can't see what number came in. Number 1, Paige Kimnetzer back in. Sarah Owen misses the shot. The ball tipped again out. Haygood finally got an open 3. It's short. Killian with the offensive board. And she tries to pass it out in the corner to Haygood, and it's kicked out of bounds. Well, the Donettes are doing a pretty good job on the offensive board, but they're not getting anything to show for it once they get it back. Pass inbounds to Ellie White. White gives it to Sarah Owen. Owen, crossover dribble, goes in, puts it up, good, and she's fouled. There we go. That's going to be the second foul on Allie Hartley. Finally made one of those tough shots. I mean, they're playing good defense.
They are.
And now number 25, Callie Gibson, the senior, checks in. So Smith goes to the bench, Hartley goes to the bench with 2 fouls. And Paige Kimnetzer is out there playing with 2 fouls. Sarah's free throw, that was long. Boy, you got to make them free throws. Man, that's 3 we've missed already. Pass out, Campbell drives into the paint, puts it up, no good. Ball tipped around, loose on the floor, and we're going to have a foul. That's the 3rd one, I think.
He called
that's the third one
That's
on
three.
Kim Nitzer.
That's a big foul there.
Coming back into the game will be Kennedy Smith. And Kinsey Killian will go to the free throw line. That loose ball, they were going after it there. And Kim Nitzer kind of dove under Kinsey Killian's legs there. Free throw is short. It's an air ball. My goodness, girls.
Got to make them.
2 out of 6 now.
Bury this one right here.
That one's
There
good.
you go. That's the second one. Back to a 5-point game.
14-9. Under a minute to go now. Campbell with the ball in the back court. Guarded by Kinsey Killian. Stops in the front court. Gives it over to Smith. Smith guarded by Ellie White now. Spins into the paint. Goes down. Gets a couple of screens and it's good.
Pretty good little set right there.
Yeah, she got 2 screens is the reason why. And a shot put up, no good. It's going to go out of bounds off the Donettes. That was Maddie Reedus who shot that one.
Yeah.
And Kinsey Killian coming in. And she's going to replace Maddie Reedus with 33.1 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's a 7-point lead for St. James. Donettes trying to trap in the back court. Smith's going to get it across with 27 seconds to go. They're going to have to come off those screens somehow or another and keep that from happening. That was too easy last time. Smith bounces. Almost got away from Lydia Kimnitzer. 9 seconds to go. Over to, and we're going to have a foul on Kenna Kirby.
Oh my goodness.
2 shots coming.
She was just a little bit too far
behind her. She tried to come around there and knock it away. And now they'll get 2 free throws with 4.2 seconds to go. And it's going to be Lydia. She has 5 points, a 2-point basket, and a 3-pointer. Free throw, nothing but net. Donette's going to have a hard time getting a shot off here with only 4 seconds left. They're going to be down, looks like 18-9. That one's short. Sarah Owen gets the rebound. Carson's got it. She's looking at the clock. And Donovan fans are really everybody in the gym. Wow. I can't believe that one. She threw it up from just over half court. Coach Epps is questioning the official right now, but that looked like there was about 2 or 3 of them that had her.
Yeah. That turned into a hostile crowd pretty quick. So.
A couple of more of our sponsors: Davis True Value, Farm Bureau Insurance, Mathis Timber, and Cosmo Pest Solutions. Bringing you Doniphan Donette basketball on our Kurt River Broadcasting YouTube channel. I'm Keith Bowman. Bo Blackwell is here. Winner of this game moves on to the Class 4 State Final 4 next Friday evening at 6 o'clock. Right now, St. James has a leg up 17-9. Coach Epps and Coach Blackwell trying to rally the troops down there and get something going. They've just really struggled. But actually, other than Carson Haygood, even in the district, they've really struggled other kids to score besides her. And with these last couple of games, everybody keying on her, the Donettes have found it hard to score. They're missing a lot of shots down around the basket. It'll be Kim Nitzer, McDowell, Hartley, Smith, and Campbell. Donettes will send out, let's see, Killian, Haygood, Kirby, White, and Owen. To reset the fouls. They do have one of their main players with 3 fouls already. Campbell gives it in the corner. McDowell back out front. Hartley in the corner, wide open 3 as this one rims out. Kinsey Killian gets the rebound. They're good at setting screens.
Yeah, they are.
And evidently their girls are good at waiting on the screen to get there to rub their man off. A lot of times you see them setting screens so much. Ellie White, 3-pointer, Off the right side, Carson Haygood gets the offensive rebound. Going to take it in, put it up, and we're going to have a foul. She may have to do that, just start forcing them.
Yeah, going to have to just take it in yourself.
That one's going to be on Kennedy Smith, her first. She's holding her mouth. She must have got hit on the way up there.
Got a good one, yeah.
If Donettes would have just made their free throws in that first quarter, this would be a lot closer game. They only made 3 out of 7. And Carson misses. Maddie Reed is back in for Kenna Kirby. 7:26 to go in the first half. Haygood's next one is good. And she splits the pair. She's got 3 points. And they beat the Donettes to the other end, lay it up, and it won't go, a little too hard. Sarah Owen gets the rebound. She's double teamed there, gets it to Maddie Reedus.
Let's catch a break there.
Kenzie Killian was wide open, but she didn't see her quick enough. In the lane, Sarah Owen gonna take it. And the ball knocked away from her, and it's picked up. Now the ball's loose again. It's gonna be picked up by Lydia Kimnitzer. Sarah's gonna have to be stronger with that ball because they're collapsing on her when she gets it in there. Long, long three-pointer. That one's in and out. That was by Smith. They've already hit a couple of those. Pass up the floor, and Ellie White's gonna be fouled.
That's 3 on her.
Yep, that's Allie Hartley with 3. And coming back into the game will be Callie Gibson. That was a good look by Carson Haygood.
Yeah, it
there.
was. Yeah.
And it created the fouls, what made it even better. That's 2 team fouls. Lob pass comes into Sarah Owen. She's going to take it down, sidesteps the defender, puts it up, she gets fouled. They're just going to keep taking it in there. Of course, we got to make some free throws. That one's going to be on Gibson, her first, and 3 team fouls already. Donettes have only made 4 out of 9 so far at the free throw line. Sarah's got 2 points. And that one misses. Oh my goodness. Second one's good. That makes it 17-11. Donettes set up the press. It's going to be hard to press them with the guards they got, it looks like. Kim Nitzer has the ball, kill off her foot. Picked up by Ellie White. Very close to being a foul on Smith there. Donettes got a chance to cut into that 6-point lead. Maddie Reedus over to Killian. Back to Reedus, head of the key. They lob it down to Sarah Owen. She's double teamed. Back to Kinsey. Over to Haygood on the right wing. Back to Killian. The ball goes through her hands. Back to Maddie Reedus. Ellie White. Well, she had the 3 and didn't take it. Sarah Owen puts it on the floor. Going to go up. And the ball was partially blocked, I think. And come back the other way, St. James. Kennedy Smith was open for a second, didn't take it, drives, goes in, throws it up, no good. And Ellie White and Sarah Owen battle for the rebound. They get it. Pass to Haygood. To Maddie Reedus. Donettes have had a couple of chances here. Hadn't been able to get the ball in the basket. 17-11. Another low-scoring, kind of a low-scoring game here. Even though it didn't really start out that way for St. James. Pass in the lane. Going to go out of bounds off of Sarah Owen. And they force it in there. They run the play and they throw it in there whether they're open or not.
We're going to have a timeout here.
5:16 to go in the first half. It's a 30-second timeout. I think St. James called it?
St. James called it, yes.
Okay. 17-11, St. James on top. They have already made 3 3-pointers. Kennedy Smith, number 22, has already got 11 points. She's scored as many as the Donettes herself. But again, we talk about missed shots around the basket and free throws. The Donettes are 5 out of 11 from the free throw line so far. And that's not going to get it done in a game like this, I don't think. They're going to have to do better. A couple more of our sponsors, Southern Bank and Michael Pigg with Shelter Insurance. As the Donettes head back out on the floor. It's going to be St. James's basketball, but they're leading by 6 points. but they do have 2 of their starters on the bench with 3 fouls, and that's when you need to take advantage of that with them on the bench. McDowell inbounds it to Lydia. Lydia guarded by Maddie Rita. Drives over to the right side, double team, pass in the middle, stolen away by Sarah Owen. Gets it to Maddie Ritas. Up ahead to Ellie White. Ellie White on the right wing. Cross court, Kenna Kirby's open for 3. It's good, here we go. Donettes finally hit a 3, and they steal the ball in the inbound. Kirby does it. And a lob over to Carson Haygood is knocked out of bounds. So that 3 kind of sparked the Donettes a little bit, and definitely the crowd here.
A little bit of a momentum switch.
We're down by 3 points with 4:44 to go, and we've been down the whole first quarter except for the first 2 points of the game. Inbounds to Ellie White. Haygood, corner, open 3. It hits the side of the backboard. She just didn't really have a very open shot there.
Much of an angle. Lydia
drives to the right side, bounces it back out to McDowell. McDowell's going to give it to Smith out by the big D on the court here at Bill L. Wright Gymnasium. Smith, crossover dribble, into the paint, kicks it out in the corner. McDowell for 3. That one's an air ball. Well, it caught the rim. Kenna Kirby got the rebound. Gives it to Haygood. Haygood up the right side. Little hesitation, drives to the basket, puts it up. No good, but she got fouled. That's going to be on McDowell. That's going to be her second. Come on, Carson, make 2 here. We need to get that free throw percentage back up there a little bit. First one, nothing but net. That's 4 points for Haygood. Kenzie Killian's going to give Ellie White a rest. The only thing bad about those 2 girls having 3 fouls, they'll be well rested in the second half.
Yeah, they'll be ready to roll.
And one of the Donettes' main things they do is wear the other team down. But they need to make hay right here. Haygood almost got the steal. McDowell's able to get it. Oh my goodness. That was like running into a brick wall. Going to have a foul on Killian after number 25 Gibson just throwed a body blow there on a block.
Yeah.
That is 2 fouls on Killian for the Donettes. All right, now that foul was right over there. They're taking it out on the side. A while ago there was a foul even farther out, and they took it out underneath the basket. 17-16 is our score. They have not scored this quarter. I probably shouldn't have mentioned that, but Donettes have got 7 points. Lydia, step back 3. That was way off. Good defense by Maddie Ritas. Donettes come the other way. Chance to take the lead. First time they would have had it. Oh, I think she got away with a double dribble there. It looks like it. Kirby on the right wing. Maddie Ritas had the key. Back to Kirby. Killian down low, and that's a foul on Gibson there. That's the second one on Gibson. And that is 5 fouls, so we'll be shooting free throws.
Yep.
And here we go. We have made 3 in a row after only going 3 for the first 10. And it'll be Sarah Owen at the free throw line. 3 points so far in the first half. 3:31 to go. Donettes looking to tie the game with this first free throw, and it's off the back of the rim.
Oh.
(17-16). St. James in the lead. Next one is good. We're tied, folks, 17 all. Inbounds pass comes in to Campbell. Gets it back to Gibson. Well, she double dribbled and got away with it just like Maddie did a while ago.
Yeah.
Haygood almost gets a steal there. They pass it over to Lydia. Lydia drives to the head of the key. Got her dribble alive. Into the paint, ball knocked low. Kenna Kirby reached in.
A little bit too much of a gamble there.
A little bit on the arm. That's Kenna's second foul. And now we got number Gibson checking back in. I'm sorry, that was number 24, Izzy Hudson, who got that foul a while ago. I did not see her come in the game. I thought it was 25. They lob it in the middle. The ball's loose. Oh, and Smith's there to pick it up. Oh! And I don't know who that was. Somebody tried to draw a charge. Who was it?
I believe it was Kirby.
Kirby tried to draw a charge, and they call a block, and the basket was good, and that is going to be Kenneth's third foul. So here comes Ellie White. And that was a nice drive there by Smith, but she was probably lucky she didn't get a charge called. And she is up to 13 points now. So the Donettes have a player with 3 fouls now. And they have gone back up 19-17 with 3:08 to go in the first half. Free throw is good. 14 points already for Kennedy Smith. And they're 3 of 5 from the free throw line. So they're shooting it a lot better than the Donettes are. Kenzie Killian, head of the key to Maddie Reedus. Out to Ellie White. Back to Reedus. They're just backing off of Maddie. Maddie's going to drive in on the left side, put it up, no good. Campbell with the rebound. Passes it up, the ball knocked away. Picked up by Haygood. She's one-on-one. Going to take it in. Lays it up and good. (20-19). Lydia, pass up the floor. Smith drives the baseline, wide open. Little floater's good. Well, if they would have just slowed her down, we'd be ahead right now.
Yeah.
16 out of the 22 points. 22-19. Pass left wing in the paint. Back to Ellie White. Three-pointer in the corner. No good. Ball tipped out. And here comes Lydia. Donettes get 3 back, so she feathers out to the right wing. Picks up her dribble. Ellie White knocks it away. Saves it in. And it's picked up by Smith. Finger roll up, no good. Tried to throw that under Sarah Owen. And the Donettes come away with it. Trailing by 3. 1:40 to go in the first half. Killian's wide open, and she's going to shoot the 3. Hit the back of the rim, the front of the rim. And Sarah Owen takes it away underneath and lays it in. And the St. James fans were wanting an over-the-back foul there. And we've had some down there they haven't called too, so 22-21. Don't back off of her, Ellie. Smith bounces it out to McDowell. McDowell out near midcourt. Head of the key to Gibson. Down low to Campbell. Out to Smith. Three-pointer short. Sarah Owen blocks off, gets the rebound. Donettes with a minute to go have a chance to take the lead. Haygood going to take it into the paint, lays it up, and gets it to go. 9 for Haygood, 23-22 Donettes. And we got a timeout called by St. James, and the Doniphan fans are on their feet. 53.2 seconds to go. And with them in foul trouble, I think that's what you need to do. Just take it right out.
You're going to have to.
The Donettes got lucky on that last basket Sarah got, because I think they could have called it over the back foul on the Donettes, but they're not called. They haven't. I don't think they've called but one of those so far.
Yeah.
Which I know people out there are going to say there's no such thing as over the back. Well, I'm old school, and that's what they used to call it, and that's actually what it is. You're going over the back. They may call it something else, but the Donettes, I thought, caught a break there. But then the 2 double dribbles, one by each team, I think they both got away with that, too. If the Donettes could make one of their big girls bring the ball up the floor, they could probably create some more turnovers. But so far, Lydia Kimnitzer is doing a pretty good job of getting it up against that press. They haven't probably turned it over but against the press but a couple of times. And the Donettes are not used to that, but they're fighting their way through here. They have scored 14 points this quarter to 5. For St. James, and they lead at 23-22. 2 starters on the bench with 3 fouls for St. James. And bounce pass comes in to Kimnitzer, lobs it up the floor to Smith, and she's going to be fouled by Killian. Now Killian's got 3, so the Donettes have 2 players with 3 fouls, and that's going to bring Tara Davis into the game. No bonus yet, but that will put St. James into the bonus if the Donettes foul again in this last 49.8 seconds. I don't know, but I'm guessing Kennedy Smith is their leading scorer. What do you think? At least she is tonight.
Yeah.
Out front, Gibson. Calls for the handoff, and she runs right into a double team, and the Donettes tie it up. And it's going to be Doniphan basketball. The Donettes are so good at that double teaming. She recalled for her, I'd come out there and hand it off to her. Carson Haygood just stepped over right in front of her, and she held the ball right out in front of her. Ball knocked out of bounds by Lydia. Inbounds pass comes into Sarah Owen. Carson Haygood comes back and gets the ball. 35 seconds to go, first half. Donettes lead 23-22. Ball goes right wing to Ellie White. She's going to drive into the paint, kicks it out to Maddie Reedus. Now to Haygood at the head of the key. Haygood, right corner. Tara Davis, back to Haygood. Back to Maddie Reedus with 20 seconds to go. Out to Ellie White. Ellie drives into the paint, out in the corner. Tara Davis, three-pointer, is an air ball. Oh, they shot it too quick. Pass in the middle. Down to 6 seconds. Kimnitzer's going to take it to the hole. Don't foul her. Shot no good, and that's going to be it. That's the end of the first half. Good job by Maddie Reedus not to foul there. And after trailing 17-9 at the end of the first quarter, the Donettes have come back with a big second quarter and a great second quarter on defense. Only give up 5 points. It's 23-22 at halftime. The Donettes were down 17-9 at the end of the first quarter. They scored 14 and held St. James to 5. St. James is 3 of 5 from the free throw line. And the Donettes, taking that ball in the hole tonight, have got a bunch of free throws there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But they're only 7 out of 15, so they're under 50%. So that lead could be a little bit more.
All right, over here for the score for St. James, I have Lydia with 6, Smith with 16, and over to the Donette side, I've got White with 4, Kirby with 3, Haygood with 9, and Owen with 6, and Killian with 1.
Well, Donettes have had 5 players score. They've only had 2 score. Most of the time, that's a recipe for winning, but long way to go here. And a lot for both teams to fight for here before this one's over. And we've said it so many times already, it's a trip to the Final Four. And the Donettes have not been there since 2006. And I don't know about St. James. They may be a regular attendee there. I don't know. But the Donettes are trying to get back there. And they lead at 23-22 with a really good second quarter here at Doniphan High School. Some more of our sponsors, the Lemonade House Grill, Casey's on the Current, Nick's Lawn Care, Here's Your Sign, and Smothers Chiropractic. And Bo said earlier, the winner of this game will play at 6 o'clock next Friday night against the winner of MICDS and Mexico, Missouri.
Yep.
And I was looking at the matchup on my phone for this game, and the only 2 common opponents these 2 teams had was California and West Plains.
Yep.
And both of them lost by 4 points to California, and both of them beat West Plains, but the Donettes beat West Plains by about 12, and I think they beat them by 6, maybe, something like that. So they're probably 2 pretty evenly matched teams, and it's been that way here in the first half so far.
I was trying to look and see if I could find a halftime score for those other games, but I can't find any. So
they ought to have some place on Misha where they keep it updated. You know, we've got Facebook pages down here. If it's a team from down here, you know, that updates it all the time, or some individual does it, like at the end of the quarter.
Yeah.
Now, MICDS, I think, is a private school. I think they're in St. Louis or around St. Louis somewhere. And Mexico is up north of Columbia. I heard a lot of people talking on Facebook about they wish they would move the Final Four back to Springfield, which I know that's kind of out of the – Columbia's in the middle of the state, but there's so much more for people to do in Springfield than there is in Columbia. There's not really that much to do.
Yeah.
And I wish they would. I want to say a shout out to my daughter, Caitlin, and her husband, Kevin, and her daughter, Kyler. They're listening to us in Springfield today. And it's been a good one here, Caitlin, in the first half. Hopefully we'll be able to widen that lead out a little bit here and make some free throws in that second half. And hopefully we'll be able to get a foul on those two girls that has 3. Of course, the Donettes have 2 starters, but 1 starter and the first player off the bench with 3 fouls as well. So free throws has played a part in this so far. I mean, if the Donettes would have just made, 10 out of 15, we'd have 3 more points on that lead. But they have really struggled from the free throw line. And I think the last time we checked, they were shooting as a team about 60% from the free throw line. Well, if they'd have made 60% here, we'd be ahead by 4 or 5 points, And I know that don't sound like that much, but this is not a very high score at halftime.
In this type of game, 4 points is about like 10.
Yeah.
It feels like sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
But like I said, I mean, the Donettes have got some scoring out of somebody else besides Carson, even though she has 9 points to lead them. And their two players have scored all their points. So I kind of like the idea of that if it keeps happening that way in the second half. And hopefully the Donettes will be able to wear them down, but they look like they're in pretty good shape too. I know the other night in the first half when they played Park Hills, a couple of those Park Hills girls were winded in the first half. You can tell that we're on the 4th floor. Oh, what a crowd here, I tell you. I think I read where there was this gym seated 900, and I don't know if that, like I said earlier, if that's including the benches on the bleachers on the stage or not, but this place is absolutely packed.
Well, I didn't get a picture of it, but, sectionals, we got up to 112 on the decibel meter. And we were at 109.5.
Is the highest so far?
So far, so.
Well, if the game stays close, it's going to get louder in that second half.
It will just get louder, so.
Well, we had 112 the other night, I think was the highest, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard them say, like in football stadiums, the crowd noise was louder than a jet engine flying over. I don't remember what that number is.
That one on my phone I looked at, 112. I think at 130, it's potential hearing problems. So.
Well, I have hearing problems already. When they were blasting that music for the game, it was killing me.
It's Christmas music constant in my ears, nothing but ringing. So. It's been like that for years.
Well, the St. James Lady Tigers are headed back out to the floor. And Bo, I'm gonna beat you to it. First 3 or 4 minutes of this third quarter
are very important. And I'm anxious to see how the Donettes defense does this second half.
And can keep them fouling. Which they only shot 5 free throws, and but they weren't taking the ball to the basket very much. A couple times they did get fouled. They were taking it to the basket where they shot free throws.
I assume that's what their coach probably told them as well. They're going to have to penetrate a lot more.
Well, that might play into the Donettes' hands too. I don't know.
Yeah, it might. You just got to do so much. They can shoot it so well. You got to do so much to keep them from jacking up the Steph Curry stuff that sometimes you're gonna need help.
I know they've tried several times, and they've done it several times. They've drove into the middle and dished it out for a 3-point shot. But the Donettes have done a pretty good job overall staying with those 3-point shooters when they did drive into the paint. Those couple of those threes they hit, they were basically contested, and they were 5 foot behind the 3-point line.
Yeah.
So the last few they shot, they didn't shoot. They didn't make very many. Matter of fact, they didn't make one at all, I don't think, in that second quarter. I don't believe they did. So, most of the games this year that we've done, and even the away game, the first 3 or 4 minutes of the third quarter haven't been that important because they've been so far ahead in most of those games.
Yeah.
But when you get to this point, you're not going to have those big leads. Now, they did in the district championship, but when you get to this point, the other night and tonight, the teams are going to be so much better. You're just not going to blow people out.
Yeah. And, this is where you really got to understand the difference between playing to win and not playing to lose. There's a big difference. And especially in a quarterfinal game like this, you got to play to win every possession. Yeah. What is that Chris Stapleton song? Nobody wins, afraid of losing. So. There's my quote of the day. I think from here on out, our broadcasts and next year, I'm going to do that. Quote a day.
Oh, you're going to have one?
Quote a game, yep.
Where are you going to find them at? Or are you going to come up with them yourself?
Well, I'll either have to text Dad because he'll have some one-liners or...
Well, we're about a minute away from the start of the second half, and they do have Paige Kimnitzer, one of their starters, with 3 fouls, and Allie Hartley, another starter, with 3 fouls. Now, those two girls, and Cheyenne McDowell, another starter, has 2. But the 2 girls that have done the scoring, all their scoring, the 2 girls have scored the 22 points. Kennedy Smith only has 1 foul, and Lydia Kimnitzer has none. For the Donettes, it's Kenna Kirby with 3, Kenzie Killian with 3, and nobody else, I don't believe, has more than 1 for the Donettes. So we have 1 half of basketball left in the season for one of these 2 teams. And we'll see how it goes here, folks. Sit back, listen in, yell and scream for the Donettes in your living room or in your car, wherever you're at listening. Yep. And it looks like both teams are going to go with the starters here in the second half. It's going to be St. James's basketball. And Paige Kimnitzer, playing with 3 fouls, is back in there. Lydia Kimnitzer brings in. Now, Paige is the point guard, but while she was out, it was Lydia Kimnitzer. Pass in the lane. And kick it back out. Wide open 3 at the head of the key, and it's good. And that's Paige Kimnitzer's first basket of the game. There you go again, helping off on that defense and leaving a 3-point shooter wide open. I'm really shocked that they're helping off on that. Ellie White's got it right wing. Drives into the paint, puts it up, the shot blocked. Sarah Owen gets it underneath, hands it to Maddie Reedus. Maddie right out in front of the basket, she missed it. Lydia gets the rebound, up to Paige. She's coming down the right side, cuts into the middle of the floor, out to Kennedy Smith. Back to Allie Hartley, and her 3-pointer's way off. And that was a downtown one. And the Donettes get the rebound. They trail by 2. Maddie drives into the paint. Going to kick it out. Gives it to Ellie White. White's going to shoot a 3. Big, oh, I thought that was it.
It looked like it.
Rebounded by Hartley. Back the other way. Kimnitzer. They kick it out. Smith's wide open for a 3. That one's short. And the ball's going to go out of bounds off of St. James. Donettes caught a break there because she was wide open that time. She's hit 2 3-pointers and got 16 points so far. So that 3-pointer by Paige Kimnitzer has put St. James back up by 2 points, 25-23. Maddie Reedus gets a screen. Over on the right side, Ellie White. She's going to shoot another 3. That one rims out. Kimnitzer with the rebound, headed up the floor. Kicks it out to Smith. She's wide open again. Somebody's going to get her. She missed again. Offensive rebound. They kick it back out to Paige. Down low to McDowell. Back out front to Smith. She drives down the left side, puts up the left-handed shot. No good. She fouled by Ellie White. You got to make her shoot that shot and not foul her. I mean, the whole left side of the floor was open, and that they left. Kennedy Smith at the free throw line. Makes the first one. Lead grows back to 3 points again. And we've already played almost 2 minutes of that 3 or 4 minutes we were talking about. Donettes have not scored. And they've got 4 looking for number 5 already. And they're doing what the Donettes have not done. They're making free throws. 27-23, 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Maddie Reedus lobs it in the corner. Haygood's going to dribble baseline. Goes in, puts it up off the glass and scores. Donettes set up in the 2-2-1. This is my favorite press, but they throw it over the top. That's not back. Everybody's on back court, but she wasn't all the way over.
No.
You got to be all the way over. Long 3-pointer up, no good. Ball bounces on the floor, going to go out of bounds, be Donette's ball. That one was by Lydia Kimnitzer. She has hit a couple. Oh, I'm sorry, she's hit one. Donettes back within 2. 5:34 to go in the third quarter. 27-25. This big crowd waiting to erupt here for the Donettes if they can get something going. And Maddie Reedus travels with it. I'm not sure she did, but that gets called a lot when I think they anticipated it. It looked like she was still, but it was too close to do that, I guess. Too close to. And they had a chance to tie or take the lead. Ball goes right back to St. James. Kennedy Smith drives into the paint, puts it up too hard. Ball is going to be safe and going out of bounds by Haygood. Haygood up to Maddie Reedus. Reedus dribbles down the right side, is going to take it in. Left-handed layup is good. Maddie finally got one of those to go. 27 all. Kim Nitzer throws a baseball pass. And the Donettes almost got it. They're leaving Hartley wide open. Down low to McDowell. Goes up and. Why did they foul on that? I mean, she had no shot right there. She was in between two of them. That one's going to be on Haygood. That's her second. And this time it's going to be Cheyenne McDowell. She has not scored yet. And that one's too long. Kenzie Killian in for Kenna Kirby. They're going to block out the shooter here because that one came right back to her if it would have been the second one. That one's long too. Ball tipped around. Haygood gets the rebound. And we got a foul in the back court called on Cheyenne McDowell. Now that's her third, right?
Yep.
Well, I bet their coach don't like that. They're getting a foul that far away from the basket. Donettes have a chance to regain the lead. They had it by 1 point at halftime. Haygood hands the ball off to Maddie Reedus. Reedus drives into the paint, spins, kicks it out front. Ellie wide open three, straight on, no good. And the basket stolen. Haygood knocked it away. Sarah Owen got it, the ball's loose. Maddie Reedus gets it, turns, puts it up in the air. Haygood knocked the ball away. Sarah Owen got it, missed the shot. And back the other way. Wide open three in the corner. It's good. That's the second one for Paige Kimnitzer.
When you get momentum.
Down by one again. Ball deflected. Ellie White drives all the way to the basket. Out to Killian. Killian out to Haygood. Over to Maddie Reedus. She'll back it back out. 3:45 to go third quarter. 30-29 St. James. Sarah Owen, she's going to shoot a three. I don't know about that. McDowell's got a wide open layup, and she lays it in. Oh, she missed it! Wow.
What a break.
Well, I wish Sarah hadn't shot that. She had Carson Haygood posted up. White's going to try another one that's no good, and it hits the cable.
Dang it. She's going to have to figure that out. She's missed 4 in a row the same way. She's going to have to do a little something.
Drive to the basket. I mean, she's good at driving to that left side. They're leaving her open for a reason because she ain't made one yet. And I ain't saying she can't make one because she does make some, but
until she proves different.
Hartley with it on the left wing, back out front to Lydia. Lydia drives the right side and a block foul on Maddie Reedus.
That is not.
That will be team foul number 3 on the Donettes. First personal on Maddie Reedus. Bounce pass way out front to Hartley. Lob down into the paint. And the shot.
Oh, my goodness.
Going to have another foul, I think, on Maddie. No, they're going to call a reach in on Kenzie Killian, and that's her 4th. And she didn't need to do that. Maddie had good defense there. And this is Lydia Kimnitzer. Free throw's good. And we got Gibson, 25, coming back in, and Campbell, 3. Kenna Kirby's going to come in for Killian, who has 4 fouls. You have 7 points for Lydia Kimnitzer, Bo?
How many?
7. You have 7 for her?
Yep, that's what I got.
Okay. Make that 8. Pass up the floor to Kirby. Back to Maddie Reedus. In the paint to Sarah Owen. Owen, triple team, kicks it out to Ellie White. Then she's going to shoot the 3, and it's no good again. The ball tipped out. Kirby gets it for the Donettes. She's going to drive baseline. Kicks it back out to Maddie Reedus. Reedus on the other side, ball knocked away. Kirby picks it up again. And a timeout called by Coach F. 32-29. St. James on top with 2:38 left in the third quarter. Well, 32. They've outscored the Donettes 10-6 in this quarter. Points are hard to come by, I tell you.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
More of our sponsors: Countryside Chevrolet, Hometown Pharmacy, Davis True Value, Farm Bureau Insurance. Donettes will have the ball underneath their own basket. They actually got lucky. They got the ball back a couple of times there after a couple of not very good passes. And Maddie Reedus will inbound underneath the left side of the Donettes basket with 2:38 to go in the third quarter, trailing by 3. In the lane, Owen catches and put it up, and we're going to have a foul. And that one's going to be on Gibson. That's her second. And just like that, 2 starters getting ready to come back in for St. James. Got to make free throws here. This second half, we got to make them. And Sarah missed the first one. Hartley and Paige Kimnitzer come back in. 7 out of 16 from the free throw line now. And that one's no good. Kimnitzer gonna drive, kick it out in the corner. Smith wide open 3. She missed it again, and the ball's gonna go out of bounds. That ball just barely grazed the rim, I think, and it messed up Kenna Kirby because it looked like it was gonna be short, and it goes out of bounds off the Donettes. Pass comes inbounds to Hartley. Over to Lydia. Smith drives baseline. She's cut off all the way underneath the basket. Now she's double, triple team. Kicks it out to Hartley. She started to shoot it, but she gives it to Lydia. In the paint to McDowell. Hands it off. Maddie Reedus knocks it away. Kenna Kirby gets it and hands it to Carson Haygood. Haygood, 1-on-3. Goes in, puts it up. Shot no good. Heading back the other way is Kimnitzer. Gonna put it down, go down and put it up, no good. Offensive rebound up, no good. And Carson Haygood with the rebound. Hartley missed the second shot. Haygood dribbles down, kicks it out to Ellie White. She got a 3 on the way. That one's no good.
Oh my gosh.
Why are they not driving the ball to the basket?
Well, they ain't falling. They're gonna have to drive it. Can't keep shooting threes, giving them opportunities to extend.
Yeah, and they got another one. It's a 3-point lead, 1:23 to go in the third quarter. McDowell, left wing to Lydia. Out front to Hartley. Right side to Smith. Coming off the screen underneath is Kimnitzer, but she wasn't open. Smith loses it out of bounds. No, that was on her own there. She just tried to dribble that one. And coming back in will be Gibson and Campbell. Is he going to try to keep those girls from picking up a 4th foul on the defensive end? A minute to go in the third quarter, 32-29. Haygood, left corner, back to Reedus. Reedus drives into the paint, now backs it out. They leave her a little bit of room, goes in, puts it up and in off the glass. Maddie's got 6 points in this quarter, 32-31. Pass up the floor, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Campbell. Ellie White messed her up on that. She blocked her vision. And the Donettes once again with a chance to take the lead with 42.2 seconds left in the third quarter. Maddie Reedus gives it to Sarah Owen. Back to Ritas. She backs it back out behind the three-point line with 30 seconds to go. Over to Ellie White in the lane. Carson Haygood puts it up, and it's good! That was a tough shot right there. 33-32 Donette. Pass in the middle of the floor. They get it up the floor. Lydia going to shoot a three. This one is in and out. Kirby with the rebound. She's double teamed and fouled. That's only the third team foul, but the Donettes will have the ball. With 5.2 seconds to go. That one is on Gibson, her third. Going to have to go in a hurry here. Maybe Carson puts up one here. They'll call a foul this time. No. Shot no good. That's the end of the third quarter, folks. And we're right where we were at halftime. Both teams scored 10 in that quarter, and it's 33-32. Donettes heading to the fourth quarter. Trip to the Final Four on the line here with 8 minutes to play. Foul trouble. They didn't get in any worse foul trouble that quarter. They still have Paige Kimnitzer, Allie Hartley, Cheyenne McDowell, and Callie Gibson with 3. On the Donette side, Kenzie Killian has 4, and Kenna Kirby has 3. Nobody else with more than 2. Both teams get 10 points that quarter. He'll come right back. He's got to come right back. And we have 8 minutes to play. And the winner will go to Columbia next Friday night at 6 o'clock. And it's going to be Donette's ball. It'd be great to get a score here this first time down the floor. Still man-to-man defense they get it down low to Haygood. She spins to the baseline. It kicks it back out to Ellie White. White's going to bring it back out front. Goes into the paint, going to put it up, and won't go, but she got fouled. Close again. That's about 3 times tonight. They just barely missed on getting a three-point opportunity. That one is on Campbell, her first, so that wasn't on any of their starters. Actually, it's on 30.
Oh, he called on 30, didn't he? That's 4.
I guess that, he said 3 and didn't have any fingers up on the other hand. Ellie White with some big free throws. Oh, we made one. We made one, folks. That's 5 points for Ellie. 34-32. And McDowell checks out. And that was Avery Campbell, who we thought the foul was on, comes back in. Second one is good. I think that's only the second time tonight the Donettes have hit 2 free throws in a row. Hartley drives middle, kicks it out. Smith for 3. It's no good. Ball tipped around loose, picked up by Sarah Owen. Well, Kennedy Smith has gone cold from that three-point line. I hope she stays that way. Carson Haygood in the corner to Sarah Owen on the paint. Out to Kirby. Kirby's going to drive. Her little floater is good. Good drive by Kirby. 5-point lead. 37-32. Lydia gets it across the half line. And her pass is stolen. Ellie White, 1-on-1, and she beats Harley down. Layup is good. Left-handed layup and a timeout called by St. James. And you can hear the Doniphan folks. It was 39-32. 6 straight points by the Donettes here in the first 59 seconds of the fourth quarter. And they have opened up their biggest lead of the game, 39-32. Whew. You think they're wearing down a little bit, or am I? What do you think?
They might be. You know, it's the big deal when you watch that Ursuline game the other day. They led the whole game by 7 or 8,
yeah.
And then in the last quarter,
they almost lost
Ursuline,
it.
Yeah, to their credit, they held on. But
they,
you know, I'm really banking on the defense wearing. And you know, good teams like this, it takes a very long time to wear them down.
Yeah.
Sometimes down to the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I know Smith, most of her shots have been short that she's been missing. She hadn't made a three-pointer since the end of the first quarter. I think it was the end of the first quarter, or early in the second quarter. She's still leading her in scoring, but she's only scored 2 points this quarter, and that was on free throws. 7:01 to go in the ball game. Donettes lead 39-32 over St. James. Inbounds pass comes in. Donettes in the 2-2-1. Smith with it. Donettes going to back up now. Smith guarded by Maddie Reedus. Hands it off. Ball kicked. It got kicked there, but it was incidental, I guess. That's Lydia Kimnitzer with the ball out front. Passes to Smith. Fakes the three-pointer. Drives into the paint. Ball knocked away by Sarah Owen. And it's picked up by Maddie Reedus. There's that help defense by the Donettes again. Donettes hurry. They got a 4-on-3. Ellie White fakes the three-pointer. Dribbles back to the wing. In the corner. Carson Haygood. Three-pointer. It's short. And a rebound by Smith. Gets it out to Lydia Kimnitzer. Drives in. Kicks it out in the corner. Another three-pointer. This was no good. Offensive rebound by Avery Campbell. And put it back in. And the Donettes are going to lose it on the inbound. What are they doing? There wasn't even any pressure on. That's the 2 times they've done that in this game. Cheyenne McDowell checking back in for Campbell, who just scored that basket. That was her first basket of the game. Well, St. James has the ball back after the turnover on the Donettes. Inbounds pass comes in to Lydia Kimnitzer. She drives to the right wing, feathers back out now. Gives it to Kimnitzer's going to get off a three. It's good. And they're right back in it again. The Donettes have them take care of the basketball.
She had a lane. She should have went.
In the lane, Sarah Owen goes inside, steps the defender, and puts it in off the glass. 41-37. Kimnitzer's going to drive all the way to the basket, put it up. And that foul's going to be on Maddie Reedus. And it'll be 2 more free throws for Lydia Kimnitzer. She's got 11 points now. She just hit that three-pointer. She's got a couple of threes. 5:37 left in the game. And she missed one. And coming back in is going to be Campbell for McDowell, who goes to the bench with those 4 fouls. And their coach is doing the best he can to play offense, defense. But sometimes you get caught after a made basket, you can't go dead ball. Second one's good. 41-38, Donettes. Maddie Reedus holds up the fist. Gives it to Kenna Kirby. Back to Reedus between the circles. Right wing. Ellie White. Back to Maddie. Donettes don't have to be in a hurry here. They don't have to force anything. Just work it around. Ellie White puts it on the floor. Back out to Maddie Reedus. Reedus looking inside for Sarah Owen, but she's not open. Donettes taking their time here. 5 minutes to go. 41-38 lead. Ellie White drives into the paint, sidesteps the defender. It's a left-handed layup. That's 10 for Ellie White. Pass in the middle. Almost stolen. Smith's going to drive to the basket, put it up, and it won't go. And Sarah Owen with the rebound. Maddie Reedus will bring it up. 5-point lead. 4 minutes, 35 seconds left in the ballgame. And we're going to have a foul on Lydia Kimnitzer.
Just took first.
Her first foul.
Oh. Yeah, just took first. I was looking at Maddie's. Okay, they had 2, but
that's only the second team foul as well. Donettes have committed 1. Inbounds pass to Carson Haygood. Hands it back to Ellie White. Ellie on the right wing is going to back it back out. We're under 4.5 minutes to go in the ballgame. In the lane to Sarah Owen. Kicks it the other side to Kenna Kirby. Gets inside and lays it in. They went for the steal and didn't get it. Beautiful pass from Sarah Owen. Lead back up to 7 again. Press almost stolen again. They get into the front court. Cross court pass Smith. He's going to fake the 3. Drive baseline. Picked up. Back on the other side. Hartman in the corner. It goes to Campbell. Back to Hartley. Lob it in the paint. And Kenna Kirby picks up a silly foul, and that's her fourth. Reaching over the top there, she tried to knock that pass away. She should have just let it go and see what they could have done with it. That is the second team foul, but that's her fourth personal foul. Paige Kimnitzer will throw it in. Out to Hartley, long three-pointer. It looks good, and it is. That is her first basket of the game. I don't blame the Donettes for letting her shoot. She hasn't showed so far that she can make those. Maddie Reedus dribbles right side, picks up her dribble. Back out front to Kirby. Kirby just holding the basketball. Maddie Reedus comes back and gets it with 3:35 to go. Screen by Haygood. She gets the pass from Maddie Reedus. Drives into the paint, goes to the baseline, throws it off the glass. Won't go, the ball's loose, and Kenna Kirby gets it again. Haygood, wide open three. Bang! First one tonight for Carson Haygood. Give Kenna Kirby all the credit in the world there. Go over the top, they get into the front court to Paige. Paige drives, kicks it out to another wide open three, same spot. It's
dang it! Gotta get there, boys.
Hartley hadn't scored a point, and she's hit 2 threes in a row. 48-44, we're under 3 minutes to play here. They have only committed 2 fouls. The Donettes have to take care of the basketball here. Ellie White with it, left wing. Everybody on the edge of their seat here. Donettes, if they're not going to foul, run some time off that clock. Haygood, out front, open 15-foot jumper. I think they got a hand on that. Ball loose. I don't know why we're shooting the ball. We got a jump ball, and it's going to be St. James's ball. I don't know why we're shooting the ball when they're not even really guarding us tightly.
Yeah, you got to make them.
I think they got a hand on that shot when she shot that. 48-44, 2:26 to play. Inbounds pass to Lydia Kimnitzer. Guarded by Maddie Reedus. Dribbles head of the key, stops and shoots. It's good.
Boy, they can shoot it.
Well, they went cold there from the three-point line for a while, but they're hot again now. But those two that Hartley hit were daggers, though, because she had not scored, and I think she'd only attempted 1 3-pointer. We got a timeout with 2:18 to go. I wish the Donettes would have held the ball down here and made them foul. They've still got to foul 3 more times before they can put us on the free throw line.
Yeah.
But if we keep messing around losing the ball and they get the lead, then we're going to be in the same boat because we've only got 2 fouls. Whew. Oh, when Carson hit that one a while ago, I thought maybe that might do it. But, man, I mean,
we've been a couple times from
Maddie
one
was pretty close to her there, right there. I mean,
we've been pretty close to a missed 3 and a ball game to get it back.
Yeah.
And they've converted every time.
Well, we were just up 7 a while ago on 2 consecutive. Actually, they've scored 3 consecutive 3-pointers, but we had one in there by Carson Haygood. Well, this is going to be a heartbreaker for whoever loses it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Both teams played hard.
Both teams really deserve to win, but only one of them can go on. Maddie Reedus to inbound it. Got to get it in. Gets it into Killian. Killian can't dribble it. Ellie White comes back. Got to get it across the half line. They get it across. Ellie will give it back to Killian out front. 2:05 to go in the game. Donettes up by 1 point. Ball down low to Owen. Out to Maddie Reedus. Drives into the paint. Puts it up. Too hard.
Not the idea.
And the ball's loose again. We're going to have a foul on. Oh my gosh. Why are we shooting the ball? That one on Maddie?
Yeah, her third.
Kenna Kirby comes back in for Kenzie Killian. Now they have a chance to take the lead again. That's 2 times in a row we could have run some clock there. I thought 2 ill-advised shot, both of them. It'd be awful to lose the last game of the season because you had a chance to hold the ball and you didn't do it. Pass to McDowell out front. Gives it to Smith. She's picked up by Haygood. Now back to Ellie White on her. Minute 39 to go. Smith reverses her dribble. Kicks it out to Hartley, back to Smith in the corner. Right there in the deep right corner, throws it out front. McDowell has to go high to get it. Haygood almost knocked it away. And a long three-pointer. That one's off unless it's banked in. Sarah Owen with the rebound. That was Paige Kimnetzer. Now take your time. Don't. Bring the ball back out. Coach Epps calls a timeout. 1:13 to go.
That is a very smart timeout call.
I thought Ellie was going to take off to the basket when she caught that. Full timeout. Real quick here, I'm going to mention our rest of our sponsors one more time when we play this last minute 13. They're Mathis Timber, Cosmo Pest Solutions, Southern Bank, Michael Pigg with Shelter Insurance, Lemonade House Grill, Casey's on the Current, Nick's Lawn Care, Here's Your Sign, and Smothers Chiropractic. These folks have sponsored, I guess, upwards of probably getting close to 30 games now, at least 25. All the boys' games, all the girls' games, plus the the sectional, and then we had we broadcast all of the games in the River City Classic, so we're probably up around 30. So you need to give these folks a big thank you. Donettes have the ball, 1-point lead. And we may have to stand up here because all the fans are hopefully going to sit down, but I doubt it. The first thing you got to do is get the ball inbounds. And it's going to be Maddie Reedus to throw it in. Sarah Owen comes and gets it. She gives it right back to Maddie. 1:10 to go. Maddie picks up her dribbles, got to get some help.
Go get it.
Carson Haygood comes out and helps. Donettes look like they may run their delay game here. And Haygood picks it up, hands it to Kenna Herbie. 55 seconds to go. They still have to commit 3 more fouls before they put us on the line. Maddie picks up her dribble again. Ellie White helps her. Ellie back to Maddie Reedus. Maddie drives into the paint, kicks it out in the corner. Kirby out to Haygood. 40 seconds to go. Haygood dribbling the basketball. Hands it off to Ellie White. 34 seconds to go.
Can we get out there?
And we got a foul on Lydia Kimnetzer. That's number 3 on the team with 30.9 seconds to go. And St. James coach sending back in Gibson and Campbell, and also number 13 because he's got so many, Jolie Roark, for her first action. They've got so many people with 4 fouls or 3 fouls. He's going to put them in there to foul. Well, Maddie Reedus to throw it in. Nobody guarding her, so somebody's going to have to get open. Pass to Ellie, run out of the basket. Man! Caught him sleeping. They've got to make a 3 now, or they're going to call a timeout, bring his starters back in. What a pass by Maddie Reedus. She hit Ellie White in stride for that left-handed layup.
Beautiful pass. Just so everybody knows, we just hit 132 decibels.
Did you see that? That's 20 more than what we had.
We had 112.
We had 112
last time. 132 this time. So, Donette Nation.
50-47, 23.8 seconds to go. And they are such a good three-point shooting team here. You can't take anything for granted. You just got to guard them. Let them have a 2. I mean, let them drive it and score and don't foul them.
The big deal here, don't foul them, and definitely don't foul them on 3, but don't give up any easy. Nothing easy here.
I would just say stay on them out there around that three-point line. If they shoot it and make it over you, that's just, say a good job and go on. But I would let them shoot a layup and just let them shoot it and not foul them. But the bad thing about it is you get so excited in a game, in any kind of game, especially if you get near man beat you and you go in trying to block a shot. What a game, folks.
What a game.
I thought the one the other night was good, but this one here beat that one all to pieces. So Hartley will be throwing it in. She's in the back court. Donettes come back out. And I've got a feeling we're going to have to stand up for the rest of this. Yeah, most of them are sitting down. Inbounds pass comes in to Lydia Kimnetzer. Over to Paige Kimnitzer out
Come on,
front.
guard.
Back to Paige.
No.
Smith, wide open three.
Oh, we got a legal screen, I think.
Yep, that's what it is, an illegal screen trying to get Kimnitzer open, and Coach Epps calls a timeout. And they call that was the 4th foul on Hartley. She was trying to get Kimnitzer open, and she got her open, but evidently she was moving. And the Donettes with 10.8 seconds to go. And they have 4 team fouls, so when they foul now, we'll go to the free throw line. Get the ball to Carson. Get the ball to Carson. We do have to get it across the half line, though. There's 10.8 seconds to go. But I don't think, if they don't get a steal, they won't let us get to the half line, I don't think, before they foul, because there's just not enough time left. The score was 17-9. St. James at the end of the first quarter. They've only scored 30 points since then. Donettes have scored 41. It was 23-22 at halftime. Donettes 33-32 at the end of the third quarter. And the Donettes have scored 17, and they have scored 15. It has been a close game throughout. They had a pretty big lead in that first quarter before the Donettes finally got to rolling a little bit. I'm not going to say they ever got to rolling completely, but Maddie Reedus inbound it. All the players for the Donettes are in the back court. Set good screens here and don't get a illegal screen. And the ball comes inbounds to Hara Haygood, and she is fouled with 9 seconds to go. And that one's going to be on Kennedy Smith, and believe it or not, that's her first foul of the game. Well, Bo, I know it wouldn't be impossible, but she can almost ice the game here if she make both of them.
Make them both.
Carson Haygood is leading the Donettes with 16 points. Steps to the free throw line and missed it. Well, she needs this one real bad. And if they shoot a 3 down here, just let them shoot it. Don't even get close to them. Second one is good. Kimnitzer comes up the floor, and what are we doing? Well, that's only the 4th one. Foul on Kirby. She's going to foul out.
That's her 5th.
She's going to foul out. And Kenzie Killian will check back out. But I tell you what, Kenny had a great game, man. Got all kinds of loose balls. We got 6 seconds to go and a 4-point lead. Just don't foul them on a 3-pointer. Let them shoot it. Let her shoot it, Ellie. Shot put up and in. It's a 2, and the Donettes win it. 51-49. We're going to the Final Four. 51-49 win for the Donettes. Going to the Final Four. First time since 2006. Woo! I'm kind of surprised that Smith took that in there and shot a 2 with no more time was left than that. Woo-wee. Oh, next Friday, 6 o'clock, Columbia, Missouri, Mizzou Arena, the Doniphan Donettes. Wow, folks. That was almost too close for comfort.
Oh, man. I tell you, what a game. What a game.
Well, I tell you what, you got to give St. James a lot of credit, boy. They are a tough team.
What a team. Honestly, what a team.
They will finish the season with a 22-7 record. The Donettes go to 27-2.
27-2.
And they are guaranteed 2 more games now, folks. No matter what, they play 2 more games. Hopefully they'll win that one on Friday and be in the state championship game. Well, Bo, when we started out the first of the year, do you think we'll be playing in Columbia?
Man, I tell you.
on March the 21st, I think it is. Wow.
Oh. I'm not sure I can get through these final scores.
Well, I'm going
Got tearing up.
just hang on here. Let me figure up the free
You go
throws.
ahead.
I'll give you a second.
Let me gather myself here.
They were 8 of 13 from the line. The Donettes didn't shoot very well. Could have made this a lot easier on the coaches and the fans. They shot 10 of 21 and still won the ball game. And there was, I think, maybe a couple of those were the front end. Oh, I mean, no, we don't have one-on-ones anymore. So, but anyway, 51-49. And they hit a last-second shot there to make it a 2-point game. But are you shocked that she didn't shoot a three and try to get fouled?
That's what I thought, yeah.
I mean, you know, the Donettes giving up a two, which is exactly what I would have wanted them to do.
That's exactly what you want them to do, too, yeah. So,
make it or not, either way, it doesn't make any difference. There's no time left.
I'll go ahead real quick and give the final scores. So for St. James, final scores, we got Lydia Chemnitzer with 15, Kennedy Smith with 20, Paige Chemnitzer with 6, and Hartley with 6, and Avery Campbell with 2. To the Donettes, Ellie White with 12, Kenna Kirby with 7, Carson Haygood 17, Maddie Rita 6, and Sarah Owen 8, and Kenzie Killian 1.
You know, those two that Hartley hit, actually, that's the only 2 buckets she had in the game, but she actually gave them a chance in this game by making those 2.
Oh,
she made 2 in a row. And
there was twice we were up 7, and then
boom, boom,
bam, bam, and we're back to a
1-point lead.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That big, that last free throw Carson made was really a big one, though, because that made it a 4-point game. And all you had to do, even if they shot a 3 and made it, you still had to win.
Yep.
They didn't shoot very well from the free throw line, but that last one was big. Really big.
Showing off the moves.
We're going dancing. We got people out on the floor dancing, led by Donna Kirby. I don't know the other guy. I see him here at the games all the time. It's not Leotis, I know.
No.
He's probably up there going, oh my gosh, Donna. Oh, that's funny. Oh my goodness, folks. Well, now the girls are going to go out and dance with them. What a scene here at Doniphan High School. First time since 2006. And I believe in 2006 they finished 4th, I believe, right?
Yes, yeah. Finished 4th, yep.
So now the high school kids will come out and congratulate and dance along with them. Whew. Well, Bo, been a whale of a season, man.
Boy, it has.
Wish there was some way we could do radio up there. But
I know.
With Misha TV, of course, you know, there's still a lot of teams that has radio station goes and does their game. I listened to several games the last couple of days up there.
Yep.
But because there are going to be some people who don't go, and besides that, you're going to have announcers that they're not like us. They're bland. Doniphan does something really good. They're not going to get all excited because they got to be impartial.
Yeah.
It would be nice if we could go, but I guess I'm going no matter whether we're doing the games or not. But wow, I'm excited. Even if I'm not calling the game, I'm excited because I hadn't been up there in a while. Well, the folks are enjoying this, and we want to wish the St. James fans safe travels and their bus driver safe travels back to St. James.
Absolutely.
And they were just like us. They had some really bad weather up there last night, but we were able to make it here today. And as I said, their season ends at 22-7. Donettes go to 27-2. Well, Bo, I guess that's going to wrap things up for our final time this year on
last time
River Broadcasting.
In this gym, yep.
And I guess we'll be back with you at the River City Classic right after Thanksgiving this year.
Yep.
About 9 months away, so 8, probably, no, it ain't that far.
Yep.
6 or 7 months away. So anyway, it's been fun working with you.
Keith, I've enjoyed it. I appreciate it so much, and let's let's go all the way now.
Yeah, might as well.
Let's do it.
Ain't no need to stop now.
Yep.
Well, I want to thank Matt Moore and all the kids that, back when we were videoing, all the kids that have run the cameras for us from the Current River Broadcasting class. They do an absolute wonderful job. And Matt, I've said this many times, he is amazing. And like I said, he's the man. But Bo and I are lucky enough to get up here and call these games.
Yep.
And that's the 27th win we've called for the Donettes. That's pretty amazing. All right, well, we're going to sign off here, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that we did a good job of calling the game for you. And good luck to the Donettes next weekend in Columbia at the Final Four. For Bo Blackwell, this is Keith Bowman. So long, everybody.